Good evening. I'm Jim and this is Barely Competent Gaming. How is everyone doing today? Do let me know if the sound's okay. The sound balance should be right. It's been a few days since I streamed. It was Saturday last one. I do apologise for that. Been busy trying to get things sorted on YouTube a bit more, get my stream set over. I haven't uploaded anything there either, but I've got a new plan. The aim is to, I think I mentioned this before in a previous stream, that actually I was going to cut the content up into hour chunks to make it a bit more episodic. To me, or does the music seem different? Maybe that's just my imagination. But I also made a decision to actually go back. The 3 videos I got uploaded, I'm going to cut them down. Which is a bit more of a faff with the, because I have to download it from Twitch and then re-upload and blah blah blah. But I think in the long run it'll be better. And I'm not just teaching this stuff myself. There's still a lot of learning going on, so it's just taking me a little while. But I feel like I've got. I mean, I'm not doing anything too complicated, but I think I've got the hang of how to do it a bit more quickly and efficiently. So once I've caught up, the aim will be to get the streams cut up and then upload it to YouTube before the next stream. I've just upgraded my internet as well. It's going to take a couple of weeks to come in, but that's one of the issues at the moment, because when I try and upload anything to YouTube, it basically breaks my internet. I can't do anything else, which is kind of annoying. Which might I'm basically doubling the speed of my internet, which will help in the, because up until now I've just been transferring stuff straight over from Twitch to YouTube, which is a lot simpler, but there's a lot less I can do. Even just simple things like having an introductory card and like having an end card and stuff like that. But I'm still kind of figuring out. I mean, I've uploaded the first video again, like the first 1 hour video. I mean, it's set to private at the moment, so you can't see it. I got an end card with so you can then overlay, you know, like links to other videos or whatever. And I kind of looked at the YouTube thing, but it wasn't until I uploaded it, it's like, oh, it doesn't quite all line up. I don't quite have as much freedom to place these things as I thought I did. Plus the subscribe button, you don't get to choose what the subscribe button is. I actually embedded like an actual subscribe button on the background, and I thought, well, I could have an overlay type thing and just like, so you click that, but no, it forces you to use your own icon. So, and at that point it was kind of like, well, I can change the end screen now and for future reference, but it's like, well, it takes ages. Well, I mean, relatively ages to I forget, it's like encode the video. There's an actual term for it when I want to export the video, you know, just on my computer, and then uploading it to YouTube as well. And it's like, I don't want to do that just to so on the first episode, when that finally goes up, it's like the it might be a bit off. But I figured it wasn't worth re-uploading the whole video and stuff. I figured it was better off just make sure it was right for there on. But it's also funny going back and looking at those ones, and it's like my camera was in such a terrible position. You can really just see my whole forehead for the entire time. So it's like the first 3 episodes now it will be. But you know, I'm learning. I'm hopefully, the aim, obviously what I aim for is just get it better each time. So hopefully we'll see that. I mean, I'm not actively pushing the channel at this point. I'm just, you know, put a few tweets. I'm just kind of, it's more a natural amount of traffic. I think it's largely friends who have been watching it so far. So I'm just kind of trying to work out all the kinks, figure out exactly how everything works, and before I really start pushing it, because I do want to try and get a bit more of a fixed schedule. There's an element of trying to work out what's best for me, because I do realise actually I've been just saying to myself all week, I decided to take Sunday off in the end, and then Monday, and I said I was going to do more YouTube stuff, and I ended up doing. But yeah, it's been a little too long. You know, I ended up having 4 evenings without streaming, which in the long term I don't want to leave that much of a gap. But I suppose at the moment I kind of think like it's almost a bit like a soft launch with this channel. Once I can figure out a better routine, I can get a better schedule, and then I'll start pushing it and once people know what's what. So anybody who's watching it now, I apologise if things are a bit disorganised, but just know I'm learning, and hopefully it should get better, and keep an eye on this space, because just know I am driving to just make it better constantly. So anyway, with enough rambling aside, it doesn't look like there's anybody in chat anyway who just heard all that, so if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks thanks for listening. So let's have a look. Where were we at the end of the last thing? So again, been a little while. So I vaguely remember why we had just taken this Spectazuma. Yes, I think that's what we just took. It was from the orcs. Just a little war with the orcs. And I think at the end we were discussing, I kind of decided I'm just going to go and sack and raise these settlements. I want to destroy the orcs. I have to destroy the orcs. I can't just leave them. But I don't really want these territories going up north, because it's just taking me in the wrong direction. I would much rather make it easier for Mastermind to take him, although he's not doing as much as I like. So I'll probably try and take that one as well. I might try and see if I can get Itza in on the fight and get them to come and take these settlements, because I kind of feel like Itza has been a good ally so far, and hopefully we can maintain that. And so these are part, I figure this is his region. He's got one in there. I like to get whole provinces, but it's not currently at war with them. But at some point I would like to get him into the war and then try and tell him to go after this. But we're also at war with Zlanhuapek, I believe. That's probably not pronouncing it right at all. And I think towards the end we just kind of got up here. Yes, we just took the star tower. I think that was a relatively easy get. And I don't think they had much there. I think it was still a ruin, in fact. We want to try and get this upgraded as soon as possible so we can get the resource building. I do remember that much. We needed the... Because I think with our canopic jars now, we've got most of the research that needs canopic jars. It's like we've got all of the heralds now, so we're not saving enough for that. We're trying to fill in some of the gaps of these shorter research before we get the next dynasty. We've got plenty of armies. We've got something like 6 armies, I believe, at the moment. Yeah, we're up to 6 armies, and we can hire another Necrotect. I think we're waiting for the list to recycle a bit, see if we can get some better ones. But yeah, we're mainly saving up. I think we're waiting till we get 300. So we're going to try and get some of the higher tiered items first. I mean, I think so this is the one we're going to... I definitely want this one. I think having a bound spell banishment on one of our Tomb Kings would be pretty fucking cool. But we need the obsidian for that. I think we've already got the highest tier armor. Enchanted items. Right, we need wine for that. I'm not sure where the nearest wine is. I'll have a quick look at that. Dyes. We need dyes for this. I think we should get dyes in the direction we're going in. Let me just... Oh, and we can get this one. I seem to remember. I seem to think we had already got this one. I'll have to double check that. I thought we had, because I remember. Can we buy multiple ones of these? Let me double check that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I seem to remember giving that to our highest Lich Priest, which is this guy. Yeah, it's the Enkiller's Canoipi? Probably not how you pronounce it. Yeah, oh, that's interesting. So, I had made the false assumption, and thinking about it, on a previous playthrough, I had done this as well. See, I thought maybe it's just the rare ones actually are unique. I thought, oh, we can't build anymore. So I figured all of these would be kind of unique. But thinking about it before, just to get one of the missions on a previous playthrough, I just got like a cheap something or other, and I don't remember that being there. So by the looks of things... Oh, looking at the arcane items, but we already got... So we can at least buy one more. Oh, this could be crafted, awakened multiple times. Doesn't have a limit on it then. So there is actually a little icon then, which I didn't notice before. So with that in mind, yeah, so the scorpion armor isn't on there. Nor is that one. So I guess it looks like the... Are they tagged as rare or unique? Because that's the same colour you normally get your unique items from. So okay, so it looks like only the purple ones are actually unique. What about the legions of legend? So they can all only be done once, and then the new dynasty can be done multiple times. Okay, brilliant. Oh yes, that's nice to know. At some point we'll have to awaken these up as well. Part of me is like, I don't know if there's much point of this, but part of me feels like we're beyond these, but I don't know, maybe we'll consider it later down the road, but at the moment I'm largely saving up for the magic items, I think. Wine then, let's have a look, see if there's wine anywhere. So I think dyes, yeah, dyes are in the blood swamp. So I have a funny feeling there isn't any wine in Lustria. I mean, let me just see. I don't think they fixed. It's supposed to, if you click on if you click on one of these, it's supposed to send you to the nearest one. Left click to zoom to the nearest location. Except it always seems to just point into the middle of nowhere. It was doing this even with iron and stuff, and even when I had it right next to me. So, I mean, that's clearly bugged. Oh yeah, this might be a better view to see. So we've got... Of course, we can get it through trade as well, so... What's that in the middle there? Oh, it's just an island or something. I thought it was a bit of an odd thing. Who's got... I bet you the elves, the high elves have got wine. But so there's some wine there. Must be something closer. We I believe we're actually at war with all of the elf factions. Yeah, they all just kind of stopped liking me. I think mainly just because of the great power debuff. And then like the fact I had treaties with Hexorotl. And I guess we don't have any mutual enemies particularly, so I mean it seems a bit odd to me that they've gone to war. I mean I have to keep an eye, make sure they don't suddenly start sending armies down. I think I suggested the idea of getting a hero to just loiter around here, just in case I've seen in other people's playthroughs that sometimes they will send armies for miles across the map, so I wouldn't want to be caught off guard. And let's just have a look if there was any wine over here. We've got spices there. Because of course it's possible we haven't built the buildings. I thought some of this high up territory. So it seems odd to me. It just seems like I would have thought there might be our only source of wine. Maybe we can see if we can trade with these guys. I have a feeling they don't. I don't know if they're war with somewhere. I believe we're trading with Kemri. Yeah, high elves have wine. Let's have a look. See what our diplomatic standing is with these guys.
You come bearing arms. Is it war?
You're at war with the Skaven. You don't really like me. Yeah, you don't like Hexorotl either. Ideally, I guess. I'm sure Kemri kind of likes me, etc. It'd be nice if one of them takes that out. I mean, we'll get that eventually, but it's quite a way off of our plan. I think the plan I was considering before, we may be able to do multiple things, but once we've kind of secured Lustria, to invade the Southlands through the south and then work our way up. Because there's some books along the way, plus we'll deal with the Skaven, because Clan Wars seems to be relatively powerful, so we'll deal with them and then work our way up and basically try and then come through the south here. I don't think we want to pick a fight with Arkan at the same time, but we'll see. We've got a lot of armies. Oh, that was the other thing. Sentinels, I believe I cancelled one of my treaties here. Because these guys and the dwarves don't like each other, and I was getting diplomatic penalties with both. So I cancelled trade. Yeah, I've still got military allies, which I might get rid of at some point as well. Which I probably will get rid of, because I'm quite happy. I want the dwarves to stay where they are. Because the dwarves are clearly the stronger. I was kind of hoping that Itza might, or even the dwarves might have dealt with the sentinels, but they've stuck around a lot longer. I didn't particularly want to finish them off myself. Let's have a look at the dwarves. Doors, alphabetical. D is for dwarves. Oh, here we go.
Anad?
Yeah, they're still going down, but it's not going down as much as it was. So, I mean, once I cancel the other treaty with the sentinels, but I'm afraid if I do that straight away, they'll automatically go to war. But that's the other thing I'm aiming for. I believe. I just remember where my armies are. So I've got this army here. I lost myself. This army's moving up to merge with this army. Because this one here is all geared out for constructs. We haven't got a huge amount of constructs, so I'm kind of trying to build a majoritively construct army. And
Address me as your highness.
is this right? So this is my explorer guy. I think I decided I was just going to send this army out, get in islands and such. Because we don't need necessarily a 6th army. I was going to build this army up and then send that for the Sentinels of Zeti. Global. Right. Just trying to reorientate myself with where we are. Good amount of money coming in now. Knowing it's not going to go down from recruitment surplus. Yes, Rakash here. For a long time he was going around with Khalida, but I don't even necessarily. I'm not sure which way I'm going to send him, but he's doing the global at the moment, upgrading his army a bit. We still need more constructs, like some of the big ones. I don't think we've got any level 5 settlements yet, but that's going to be another priority.
The goddess will.
We've got, because now we've got the. I don't think we've had it for all that long actually. I think we've only had it for a few turns. The Herald's empowered. Global recruitment capacity -1 and global recruitment capacity +3. It's been a good time to upgrade units. So I did upgrade all of these. I think at some point we're going to want to get rid of a couple of these archers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And put something bigger in. Well, I think I was toying with having another unit of stalkers and maybe a necrosphinx or something like that in our army, and that would be like the final done army. But we'll see. We might change our mind on that. But how are we doing? So it's not Sentinels of Time. It's the Colcham Plains, which are kind of our capital, unofficial capital really. It's the one I'm building up. So it'll be quite a while before we can get this up to level 5. Once we've done recruiting this army, we can switch this over back to a growth stance. And then our secondary recruitment place is going to be this one, so we'll want this up to level 5 as well. Oh, I'm already upgrading that one to level 4. And this one. We need more of these in different places. The Necroserpent Nest. We don't have... This is our only one, I think. Because I don't think there's any point building it in the lower settlements, because you can only then get the lower tier horsemen, which aren't very good, but... We haven't got much in the way of high tier settlements, so... Right, let's just have a quick look. I have a feeling we must have ended it towards the end. Oh, I think I just recruited another Necrosphinx. I know we can build another one. Yeah, we haven't actually got any available at the moment, but I was saving our next recruitment for when we can get one with a skill that's going to give us a bonus to our unit capacity. Because we already got one for Tomb Scorpions, and he's even got leveled up, so he's got a skill that gives even more to that. So even though we've only got one Scorpion building, we can actually have 6 Scorpions. Because it is quite difficult getting settlements up to tier 5. It takes quite a while. So when we do manage to get one up there, it'd be nice to get extra bonuses and make... I mean, I guess they're expensive buildings as well. Got a good amount of money in each turn though, so all that's going to basically go straight into our economy. Oh, I should look as well. I'll have to see where I've told Ita to go and attack, because I won the Vampire Coast. And it's going to upset me if Ita takes one of the settlements. So hopefully, I'm hoping if I tell them or ask them to coordinate and attack one of these other settlements, I can avoid that happening. Yeah, I've already told them to go that way. You're not at war with the Vampire Coast, are you? No, we're not at war with the Vampire Coast yet either, but we'll declare war and go in there as we work our way up. Because basically I want this settlement for myself, and then basically Ita can have everything else. It's a shame you can't say that. I would love there if there was a feature, if you could actually do a bit more complicated interaction with the air with that, and just kind of like almost divvy out settlements like as you go into war, saying like, I want this one, this one, this one, you can have this one, this one, this one, and then maybe they go and sack or even raise some of those settlements that you want, but it won't settle it. I wish that was kind of, yeah, I don't know how computer programming works, so, but I kind of feel like that wouldn't be that difficult to do. Oh, I think I was making a slight detour for this. Ooh, extra money. Oh, it's going to take him a little while. Well, I can't wait. Oh, I can't easily go this. You can't walk across it, can you? Oh, you can. Oh, I don't know actually. Yes, it looks like you can. I wasn't sure if... I wonder if... Okay, we'll just move them. Ah, this army isn't the strongest at the moment. It's got a lot of characters in there. I think this army was created, it was just kind of like whatever units I could get in a quicker time as possible, when they kind of caught me off guard when they declared war on me. Well, I knew it was coming, but the war started a lot quicker than I expected.
We move when I'm ready.
Right, let's get the Explorer.
Address me as Your Highness.
Pituit. Don't know if we had in mind. Well, there's some. We'll just go and pick up these ones, and I think there was a whole bunch down here. We just send them out picking up these things. It's really good actually. I found with when I was playing as vampires, you got to a point and it just wasn't worth it anymore, because the having like a dedicated lord go around and picking these bits up, because it just got too expensive with the upkeep cost increase. But that's not an issue. Better on campaign, I guess. It doesn't. These is not going to war. If you're lucky as well, I think one of the campaign ones actually gives you a buff to your empire.
In time we move. More slaves! I need more!
Right, this Necrotech, what did he have? You Shabti Carver. Nice. I think I was going to send him up north as well. I think I'll aim to have 2 necrotechs in this army in the Ushabti focus one. It seems to make sense. I think this guy I've basically just got here for we boost income, but he also yeah. I think I think all of them do actually. Once you get this skill, it's minus 10% cost for buildings. Which we'll be doing a lot of building here. I think next time he levels up, we're going to be able to get one of those. Oh no, I think we already can. I have a funny feeling I hadn't decided which one I wanted, and because we were miles away from building any of those buildings, I didn't bother. Let me move my armies first, and then we'll decide what to do with our economy and stuff. Right, he's there. We destroyed a couple of big orc armies last time. Strength rank 20. I don't know to what extent we should really be expecting many more. But it's still middle of the pack kind of thing, which so they must have an army somewhere. How does Hexawatl like? I know I was trying to call. I would like to be long-term friends with Hexawatl particularly. Oh. Why are you suddenly going down? It's a great power modifier, isn't it? Just because I don't want to go further north, and I'd ideally like Hexawatl to be a buffer. Yeah, we're friendly with Khemri at the moment. Just have a quick... it's neutral at the moment. It's not really going up. They might... No, they don't like that. Yeah, they don't like the war with Zlan Huapek. But I hope that's being countered by my war with the orcs. They're not at war with the orcs. I wonder if I can get them to join the war against the orcs. Low. Come on, give me a counter offer at least. I mean, what if I don't know who the Pirates of Trantio is. I wonder if I can give you some money or something to... I probably won't give him much, but I just want to see if it's actually going to budget at all. Let's see what would happen if I gave him all my money. Still low. Oh well, sod it. They yeah. We're at strength rank 1 at the moment, which is quite nice.
I am destined.
Oh, we got some skills here. Oh, Khalida herself. Right, we were going down this line so we can get to the lightning strike. Yeah, and then we were going to go for, I think the Stone Sentinels we'd said. I was waiting to try and work out if I was going to stick Stalkers or the Necropolis Knights. Because she's got a skill up here, gives a bit of a bonus to both, and she's already got some Stalkers, but this one also gives a bonus to Necrosphinxes as well. So I might just start going down there now. No, let's I'll stick the Chronopic Jar one in. Public Order, I'm not really doing any raiding. I'm only going to be putting 1 point in it just so I can get to here. Yeah, let's go with the Chronopic Jars.
The grass smells on me.
And my Lich Priest.
They have served me well.
Right, what's the Mortuary Cultist do? Amber success chance, 5% plus. I don't know what kind of... Just what kind of bonuses do Khalida get? So I think she tends to be quite good. I mean, this is all jungled area. There's going to be something here about the ambush chance. Plus 20%. Don't know. We'll get that eventually, but I'm not going to rush for it. I mean, he's still got another 20 levels to go before he runs out of points to use. Trap Soul causes terror. I guess we'll just carry on with him, improving the magic spells he has. Let's improve banishment even. That way it'd be a bit cheaper to cast. Yeah, I'll probably just max out most of these. We haven't bothered with lighter battle. Oh, unbreakable. It does add an area of effect. Don't know, it might be good in a pinch. We'll get it. I think we're heroes. You tend to have plenty of points in the long term to kind of get anything. Now, I think I was just using this guy as a bit of a scout to try and see if I could see where their armies are.
High Queen Khalida.
I was talking about never raiding. It's like, well, now it seems like a perfect opportunity to raid because I can't reach anywhere to attack, so I may as well get a bit of extra money for a turn. Then I'll just go in for the attack. Hopefully an army's not just going to appear from here. Oh, I'll have to, when I decide what buildings I'm going to do. Oh, we can afford, we've got 2 rights we can afford. This one. Oh, we'll probably... I don't think there's any reason not to do this every opportunity you get. I mean, I think you have to wait 5 turns before you can do another right, and I guess that's the only reason. We relatively recently did these 2. This one you only really, I think, need to do if there's a you suddenly come under attack. So yeah, why not? The extra growth will be, if nothing else, just for the extra growth. I think that's probably worth it. It's cheap as well for 2,000. Not big jars, it's not that big of a deal. And the construction time, it's nice, but again, not the end of the deal. Let's have a look at the public order in a lot of these places. Yeah.
Submit to your king.
Now, I did want to... Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing in this army. I do like to find Femi try armies. I want to try out a really heavy chariot build. But I'm not sure what to run alongside that. I think we were kind of talking about maybe going for war sphinxes and stuff like that. Because war sphinxes can knock down walls. Well, not walls, but gates and such. Just for if it comes to sieges. I don't know. I think this is going to be a really... Because obviously chariots are no good in the siege. It might be quite good on in open battles, but... yeah, I don't know. Wait, where do I want to take him? I might... Because we've still got an army down here to fight as well. For get the Book of Nagash, and we're going to be bringing our newly built army over here to deal with these guys, and I'd be more comfortable if I've got 2 armies to face this. Just 'cause it's got quite a lot of tough... I don't know. Because I don't feel like Khalida needs any support. Famous last words. But yeah, you know, I think I'll start sending this guy back south, and then we can maybe work our way back up round that way, and I don't know. We'll have to just plan which way we're going soon. So I think he has to go back in the water. Any more islands around? I think he actually picked up a few. Yeah, he'll just come down this way and then come back on land here. Okay. You've moved, you've moved.
Works and
Let's leave him a second. We should have a Tomb King who's out exploring. Right, where's this guy? Oh, yeah, I'll have a look at him in a second. Decide what we're going to recruit. This prince who's... Oh, yes, I see. Oh, this reminds me actually. I think I pointed out I thought it was a bug that... Well, it is a bug. None of my armies moved. None of the rogue armies. And I started up a new game just to see, and it seemed to work fine. There was no other patches or anybody else reporting it, so I think it must just have to do with the fact that something went screwy with the save game when I did the patch. Which is annoying for this army particularly. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what's there, but it looks like this army is just going to be sat in the ocean. And I was thinking about sending up an expedition, but
next time we move.
if they're just going to stay in the water, there's no point. I mean, it just won't be... I mean, I don't think the book is anything particularly, but I would definitely need to send 2 armies up. I mean, that's... I have a feeling by the time we did it, we're not going to care about the extra Lord Recruit rank. I mean, we're going to have most of our lords going already, and we've already got 6 armies. I mean, how many more do we want?
To be trusted.
Or how many more do we need? I suppose it depends how many wars we end up getting. If suddenly, like, Hexwater starts declaring war on us and we're all over in the Southlands, or even if Itza declares war on us and turns her back on them eventually, we might be in trouble. Well, let's have a look what we're going to build in this army. So I believe we've got this Lich Priest is mainly there to provide bonuses. We've got a lot of Tomb Guard available. Oh, we've also got a... Right, let's just... At some point, ideally, I would like to get all my armies together and just reshuffle stuff around, because most of the time when I'm recruiting, it's just a case of let's just try and get the best troops possible, and then worry about it later by getting them more. That's what my... Because at the moment, I've got this guy who's ferrying up a bunch of constructs into the constructs army, but I don't know what his army's going to be in the long term. I haven't really... I think I definitely... One of my lords, I think I'm speccing him out to be a bit more of a cavalry focus. And I think all the... When I get the Necrosphinxes and stuff like that, I'll stick them in here. But let's... stick all the Tomb Guard in here, I guess. I guess maybe this army would be a bit more traditional. We'll... a bit more of a balanced approach. Yeah, why not? We'll have a strong line of Tomb Guard, you know, a few archers, a bit of artillery. If I'm not mistaken as well, we've got a Cascade of Souls to recruit. So yes, let's do that. Stick another archer in there, and maybe next turn we'll get the last Tomb Guard perhaps in there, or oh, we got the Stalker there. We want that into Khalida's army, I think. Yeah, I'll say that for them. When I feel like I can leave Khalida in the same place for 3 turns, or when I want to do that, I'll get that in her army. So we'll have 3 spare units here. I don't know what we'll end up sticking in here. Maybe some more archers, maybe the halberd guy as well, maybe some... Well, I was going to say maybe some Nehikaran horsemen. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what we feel like next turn. Oh, hey, Corbinite. Yeah, it's good to see you again. You've been trying to maintain a good army composition with a 4-man front line. Yeah, I'm almost trying to theme each of my armies a bit differently, and like kind of going a bit over the top. So my basic Khalida army is like, you know, a strong front line. I feel like, yeah, I feel like 4 men in the front line is a minimum, really. Well, it depends on what you want to kind of do. I think this one might be a bit more infantry focused, but I think this army, once this guy's moved up, actually he might need some more bits, but I want it to be purely constructs. The front line is just going to be Ushabti, just for the fun of it, you know. So I just like to play around and have different unique armies. Right, let's have a... So my...
Stone Shaper.
I was going to say Tomb Prince, not Tomb Prince, Necrotect. Gives me a 10% discount on building, so depending on where I want to build. I don't think I want to upgrade these at the moment. I want to save the Groves and get that up to tier 5. Yeah, I don't think we want to build anything there. This is going to be our main production assessment. Do I want to bother building up? Do I have any bonuses at the moment? It's just for Winds of Magic, nothing for building. I think at one point I had one of the bonuses which was minus 30% to construction costs. Let's... No, I'm not going to worry about this so much. I don't feel like there's anything. Once that's up to level 3, we can actually get the Tomb Guard here. I probably want to get a cavalry building here once this grows, and then one of the 5th level constructs. And then the other 2, whatever we didn't build, we'll build in the other settlement. But let's have a look at, see if we've got any public order problems elsewhere. I think... No, we can't. I'm going to move this guy. Trying to look where the border is between Mark of the Old Ones. I think he's just around here. Can he reach there? Let's just have a look, because I think... Oh, it's Altar of the Horned Rat. I don't want to get this one built up, because I can get some cool buildings here. Let's see if I can get him into... province somewhere. There we go. Because there's a nice little freeway point, so I could just move him around and then the bonus kicks in straight away. So we could go for upgrading that straight away, which I'll probably... yeah, I'll probably do that. But I do want to check on one of my... let's... I forget what it's called now. Chamber of Visions. You're minus 3. Oh, I did build... well, I need 5,400 for that one. Yeah, Technos came and destroyed this, which was somewhat annoying. Let's increase the public order here, because that's going to be an issue in the long term. I don't think we ever actually increased Sentinels of Seti particularly. Maybe we'll save up and get... well, we'll see. Let's just see where the public order lies in a lot of these places. Mud Isles... yeah, let's just build that there. Right, Dragon Isles is this one. You're at minus 4. Okay, I think I've changed my mind already. Where was I? Oh, I was building that up, wasn't I? Instead of doing that, let's get this one. In fact, yeah, instead of this one as... no, let's just... let's increase that. Because then we can... next time we'll be able to build a public order building here. How's this one? You're plus 7 at the moment. Oh, this already came with a bunch of... each one of these already had one, which was quite nice. Yes, plus 16 from buildings. So I don't have to worry about the public order there. And let's build that one up. It'd be nice to get this one up to tier 5 as well. I think the growth is pretty good here. Oh, you got plus... I'm using the public order thing here. How... difficulty level, taxes... Yeah, we're probably going to need another public order building because it'd be nice to switch this over away from public order. Let's have a quick look actually to see what commandments everywhere's got. Just to make sure, because normally what you end up putting them on is the public order one when you first got the settlement. But then once it balances out, you're going to want to switch it, and I guess it often it's easy to forget to not come back to it. Oh, your public order's positive. You're doing recruitment. Haven't got. So you're on public order, but you still need to for a while. Hopefully, the corruption might start disappearing. That's another reason for increasing those. And yeah, I think we're probably largely alright then. Okay, next research. Let's just... I don't think any of these are going to necessarily help us now, but we're not in a rush for another army, so we'll yeah, we go for this one. Like some of our garrisons have Nehikar and horsemen. I don't think we particularly have any in the army, but we will get a hero title one after. That way we got the buff when we do get around to having building one. Oh. Hopefully if people stop declaring war on us, we can start thinking about heading towards Nehikara. It's not going to be that we've got like 2 books in the gash within striking distance. I guess between the Orcs declared war on us, sent us in the wrong direction, and Teclis declared war on us. It's been one distraction after another, taking us away from our main objective. That's alright, I guess we just get bigger lands. I guess it's not as much of a rush as a normal Vortex campaign, because none of the other Tomb King factions seem to have got a book, so it doesn't actually look like it's not the same as the race for the Vortex. Where is it going? It looks like they're making a beeline for the vampires. They're not at war with them. Oh, where are you going?
What would you have of me?
Oh, for God's sake. This is how it starts, isn't it? It always seems to be like, oh, we don't like you anymore. Just that great power modifier. I guess when we started the campaign, the plan was to have Teclis, like, guarding our northern border. He didn't do that. He ended up just declaring war on me instead in the long run. And it looks like Hexwattle might end up doing that as well. Right. Let's...
What? Find my harem.
Let's get this guy to capture.
My great works unfinished. Servants.
Yeah, this
Unloyal
army's
servant.
totally a mishmash. Oh, we can... What do we want? Do we want even more Yushabti? We probably do at this point. We've already got got like 6 scorpions at the moment. Extra Stalkers Knights. I mean, we can't build the Necropolis Knights yet, so we're not really going to take advantage of that, but we probably will take advantage of the Shanty.
No reptile shall stop my art.
Which is, makes you think actually, this guy can probably, because I think there was another building I still kind of want to stick some of these in Khalida's army, like 2 of them. Which might be a good idea. Could do with maybe something a bit faster for... Maybe I'll get a couple of chariots in this army. Don't put the 1 Nehekaran horseman. Let's get 2 chariots. I don't really want to wait an extra turn to build up a Ushabti at the moment. Ideally I want something that's only going to take a turn. Part of me wants if I just get... I was thinking about like, oh, maybe I should stick some carrion in there. It's like, well, if I'm going to stick carrion, I might as well unlock these guys and give them a try. Because I generally found that 1 unit carrying isn't very good, but these are better versions, so... I know we were generally saving up, but... Go on, we haven't unlocked any of these units yet, so we might as well give it a go.
Attend your king, slaves.
I think we'll want to replace this guy as well, because I think this guy, we've just basically skilled him up with the intention of using him for recruitment, if I'm not mistaken. And do we not have... Oh, he's going to come back in 3 turns. So in 3 turns we'll replace him with this one, I think. Haha, I can't remember what... Oh, he's just fast. Can't remember what we... I think... Had this all fit in, this guy we might spec out for cavalry. I can't remember. Oh! I did not mean to do that. Did not mean to do that at all. I don't think it necessarily matters. Oh well. Doesn't matter. It might matter. What if we... Nope, it's fine. Okay. It was a little bit of a misclick, but it's not the end of the world.
What?
Can we see what's here? I know it's only a small... Ah, they'll probably run away.
Advance.
And yeah, typically we can't reach them. What if we can go into ambush? What's my odds? Pretty good. Don't know what the odds of them actually coming down this way. They might, because I know Star Tower looks pretty weak. Oh, it is pretty weak. And if they can't see that army, they might make a slip up. You're not a war there, are you? No, they might change. Right, let's have a look at... See what's going over here with the orcs is. So I made this mistake before. Part of me's tempted to like set up an ambush here.
Let me think about it.
Because it's... Oh no, we should be kind of alright. That's a really weak army. We've only just taken this place. The walls are mostly broken down. It's difficult, I'm not sure. Well, you can... In March stance, you can only just reach us. I'm guessing if you come out of March stance, you can't. Because of the terrain, this army isn't going to really be able to reach anywhere. So I'm going to go and attack the floating pyramid. And then we'll intercept the orcs in a minute. Oh, I probably should have kept us somewhere where could have carried on the replenishment, but that's fine. I know it's overwhelming, but I'm going to fight this.
Hunger.
Oh, I say actually, there was something I just suddenly remembered. I have let me just encircle it for a second. I installed a new mod in between the last episode and this one. It's called Iron Man / Hardcore mode, but I haven't activated it. I think if we just have to remind me then when I was going to autosave, was it F10? I suppose to get a notification. Iron Man enabled. So what it's supposed to do, I mean it's silly, right? Because if I press F10 I can actually just turn it off again. But in the last stream I was really umming and ahhing about going to battle in a particular fight, and I've been trying to save it beforehand anyway, just in case there's a crash. But I was a little worried about if I had in my head, I had to really say to myself in my head, no, I will not scum save if it does go wrong. But this, basically what it does, it will automatically save at the start and end of every turn, and before and after every battle, and then you can't activate manual saves. Although, the one downside to it, I think if you press F10 to activate, oh, here we go. Iron Man disabled, which, you know, when you're only an F10 push away from disabling Iron Man, you think, oh, what's the point? But I guess it's better than no. But we'll stick on there because it's also good because it's more about the fact that it's just automatically going to save before and after every battle, which is great because I think that was it just saving, I guess. Let's see, hopefully it's not going to cause a crash.
At last, vengeance.
Because I'm always just paranoid about having a crash. Because I've had it a few times, especially when you get later into the campaign, and when I was playing with vampires, I do an end turn sequence and I'll be attacked. There'll be 4 big important battles I would have to fight, and then I'll go and fight first battle in my turn, and then it will crash halfway through the battle, and before I knew it I'd lost an hour and a half, 2 hours, and so I've tried to get into a habit of autosaving every time just because of that, because the autosave only saves at the end of a turn. So I try to save more often, like before every battle and stuff, just in case stuff like that happens. I don't think I've quite finished saying. I know this battle is way in my favour, but I haven't fought a battle today, so I just fancy playing it. Should be fairly easy. I just shoot everything to death.